How good are you? This is one of the two main questions in day 3 of the Bajoit Tennis Bootcamp. We are starting with the mental section. We're going through all of the mental ideas and concepts that we think you need to have to be successful as a tennis player. This is the first one. We need to know, how good are you actually? The other question that we need to know, or we need to be able to answer, what does it take? So both of these questions are relative to your goals. So if you want to be a college tennis player in Division I, how good are you compared to other players that currently play Division I tennis? When they were your age, how good were they and how good are you? What does it take? Again, relative to your goals. If you want to be a college tennis player, you need to know exactly what it's going to take for you to go from where you are to where you want to go. Okay? So both of these questions, you have to have as accurate an answer as possible, and you have to keep it relative to your goals. So the main framework for today, and this is one of the most important ideas, if not the most important for mental, and I call it the circle of perception. In the middle of the circle of perception is the truth. And you could apply this to anything. How good are you? Okay, this is the truth. What do you think? How good do you think you are? If you are accurate with your interpretation of how good you are compared to actually in the real world, you will be close to the truth. If you are not accurate, you will be further from the truth. But you can take any concept here. You can take focus, you can take confidence, you can take discipline, you can take forehand technique. It's like, if this is the truth of what focus actually is, and you say, ask a player, what is focus? And they say, oh, it's the feeling that you get when you're playing well. It's like, that's like close, but it's not. It doesn't tell me what focus actually is. It's not as close to the truth as it could be. Forehand technique is another great example of this. You can't have perfect forehand technique, but you can get really, really close. If you think forehand technique is straight arm and you go way behind the body and you go way extended and you don't bend your arm at any point in the swing, you are really far from the truth. I'll use forehand technique as the example. So you would be way up here. As you develop an understanding of the mechanics, what muscles are moving in what way, what the kinetic chain is, a really good tennis player is going to be here with their understanding of forehand technique. The good news is, if you are this guy that knows nothing, you can learn and you can talk to a player that knows a lot, and you can move this direction so you can get closer to the truth. And this is what we're going to want to do with every concept over time. So a beginning player is going to be closer to the outside of every circle for every concept. A great player is going to be really close to the truth and have a great understanding of what the idea actually is. So when we look at our two main questions, how good are you and what does it take to get what you want? If we come over here, our goal, just let's say we are starting here with our understanding of what it takes. If you find 5 players that have accomplished what you want to accomplish, college tennis, you find 5 great college tennis players and you say, what did you do to get here? Give me the best, pieces of advice that you have. And when you were my age, what did your schedule look like? And what did your training look like? You ask 5 people, you're going to get a pretty good idea for what it's going to take for you to get there also. You are collecting data on what it actually takes. When you do that, you move this way and you get here. And it's very important to get close to the center of the circle on how good you are and what it takes. You don't want it to be, 16 hours of tennis and 3 hours of fitness, but you're doing 4 hours of tennis and 0 fitness. If you don't know what it takes, you can't do it. Kind of like if you don't know forehand technique, you can't really do it. The biggest block that I see with players is they will be on this part of the circle and they'll say, I like the way that I do it. The way that I do it is really good. It works for me. It's like, man, if you stay stuck out here, you don't even see it, but you're not going to be that good. You can't get that good with that mindset. The proper mindset to have is, I am somewhere on this circle that is not the middle, and I need to do something that pulls me closer to the middle, always. And so every day, your mindset should be, whoever I'm hitting with, whatever drills I'm doing, there's always something that I can learn to get me closer to the truth in a concept or an idea or whatever it is that I'm working on. So the mindset is, I am here and I need to get better and I need to go this way. I can't stay stuck here. So if you want to be really good, you need to figure out the way that things actually work.